What's up, guys? It's JoyaSportsNetwork over here, and let's get right on with the news. For basketball, Miami Heat, they're announcing whether coronavirus is still going on or not. They're still going to plan to have fans come into the arenas. I don't know what to say about that, obviously, because Miami is one of the worst spots for corona right now. So, yeah, that's that. That's all I gotta say on that topic. Next up, Thibodeau is the next new. Sorry if I said it wrong. The new Knicks coach. He has previously coached the Bulls and many other teams. He's a very good coach, and I think he's got what it takes to put the Knicks on track. And this is a good step for the Knicks in the process that they're going through right now. Next up, we got my Lakers. Lakers, by the way, we beat the Clippers. I'm happy about that. Right now, we're playing the Raptors, I believe. Lakers want Rose and LaVine for next season. Two very good pickups for the Lakers, which would be really good for us. LaVine could fill in that shooter spot that we need to fill up. And Derek, Derek's very good. He could possibly start as a starter at point guard. That would be really good for us if LeBron wants to move to small forward. So yeah, those are very good moves. Enough for basketball. Now we got football. Finally, Antonio Brown. Multiple times we've seen him retire, unretire. But now, like he asked, NFL, tell me what am I gonna get punished? What's happening here? I want to see what's happening because I can't. These GMs and that own these NFL teams and the owners, they're not gonna want me if they don't know what's happening with me. So finally, the NFL has came out with news that they will be suspending Antonio Brown for a total of 8 games this season. So a team most likely will pick him up now that they know the issue and how much he is going to be getting punished for. And yeah, expect to see Antonio Brown at a team soon. Next up, we got Njoku, a tight end from the Cleveland Browns, who I recently commented to you guys that he wanted to leave the Browns because they acquired a tight end from the Falcons, who's really good, Hooper, and he didn't feel that he would have a spot over there, but now I don't know why, he committed to the Browns, so something special's happening over there at Cleveland. And finally, it was speculated many times Jamal Adams was going to leave the Jets and Jamal Adams, all this tension that they're having and stuff like that. And he's even called out the coach, and there's a bunch of drama over there happening in New York, and it was expected for Jamal to leave. And finally, Jamal Adams is traded to the Seahawks for 2 first-rounders and I believe a 3rd-rounder and a safety. I don't know what years those picks apply for, but yes, they offered up big for Jamal. Next up, we got Lesean McCoy, very good wide receiver. Played with the Eagles, tormented my Dallas Cowboys a lot. He's now going to the Buccaneers. He's going to join Tom Brady over there. Another weapon for Tom Brady to play with, He's already got tons of weapons over there at Tampa. Man, that Tampa squad's going to be scary next season. That's all I got to say. And let's hope it's just hype and it's not real. But we'll see what happens with Tampa this season. All right, soccer. We got a heavily packed soccer part for this video. Manchester City, they want to buy Sergio Roberto from Barca. Obviously, Barcelona is not in a good place right now. Manchester City, they fell out. Liverpool dominated the league this season, but they're still in champions. Who knows? Barca's too, but Barca's not in a good place right now. Sergio Roberto is one of the OGs over there at Barcelona alongside Piqué and Messi and Sergio Busquets. So I don't know. He's loyal to Barca unless he has some type of fallout with Barca. I see him going to Man City, but other than that, his loyalty is pledged to Barca. Next up, we got Arthur drama. Juventus recently acquired Arthur from a swap with Miralem Pjanic. Thank you, Barca, for that. Arthur doesn't want to play champions with Barcelona. Wow. Barca might take action against Arthur. I don't know what to say about this. I mean, I understand Barcelona saying, we still got champions left. We could use you. So I understand that they need Arthur over there, but then the team's been trying to get rid of him all this time. When he's said multiple times, believe me, I'm happy Juve got him, but he's came out and said publicly, multiple times that he wants to stay at Barcelona and play for them. Like, that's his team, but just more drama over there at Barcelona. We'll see how that issue gets solved. Manchester United want Raúl Jiménez. I also heard Juventus was interested, which I talked about in my last video. But it looks like Man U's edging out closer for the deal, and it's more realistic for them to get him. Because I believe Wolves just recently bought a new striker to replace Raúl Jiménez. So for sure Raúl Jiménez is leaving, no doubt in that. Just the question is where. Chelsea want Ter Stegen. That's another shocker. I mean, we know Chelsea are having a lot of problems over there with their goalies. Kepa isn't, putting it in for them right now, and they're having a lot of weakness in that sector, to be honest. And Ter Stegen's a really good, solid player at Barcelona. He's one of the best goalkeepers, I believe, at his age, and he could be very useful for Chelsea, and Chelsea could acquire him. But the thing is, that's another guy who's gained love for Barcelona, and it's gonna be very hard to tempt him unless you put a lot of money on the table to leave Barcelona, because he's loyal to Barca. Next up, West Ham want John Stones. Wow. They could probably, I believe West Ham's planning a bid $20 million for him. And it's possible because, John Stones hasn't been in form recently. And he's been injured a lot. So we could possibly see West Ham swoop in for him and get him, which would be a very good pickup for them. And hopefully John Stones could step up over there and get back right on track. Next up, we got Inter Milan. They're keeping Sánchez, so wow, respect to Sánchez, Alexis. He's decided to take a pay cut of $200,000 to stay at Inter Milan, so that's gonna be very interesting because in the beginning of the season, Alexis didn't have luck this season with Inter, I could say, because it took time for him to get used to. He had to get in form because he wasn't in shape. He got in shape. He was doing good. Then Rona happened, and then he slipped off and the season was over for a while. He came back. He had to get back into that form again, and we saw Alexis Sánchez in good form these last few games with Inter, and we saw how useful he could be for them. And I think Inter Milan saw that too, which is why they bought Alexis. And Alexis saw why he needed to take that pay cut, because he feels good at Inter, honestly, and that's good. He's staying at Inter Milan. Next up, we got Juventus in for Milik. Milik is a Polish striker for Napoli, for those of you who don't know him. And recently, Napoli, I think I reported in my last video or 2 videos ago, Napoli bought a striker from Lille for 70 million, Nigerian striker called Omisen. I'm sorry if I said his name wrong. And I believe that's Milik's replacement. That's going to be the main guy over there. You don't use that much money on a player and not start him, so for sure he's going to be the starter over there. And Milik is on his way out, and Juventus want him, so they're trying to tempt him to leave, and who knows, hopefully he ends up at Juventus. I see some good in Milik, and I feel he could be a very good, useful player for us, and fill in that gap, that spot that Mandzukic left out when we left him out, He could fill that Mandzukic role. Next up, one that I'm very mad about, Sandro Tonalli is going to Inter Milan. Sandro Tonalli is going to Inter Milan. I believe it's gonna be a loan, but with an obligation to buy for 35 million. And after that, they're gonna buy him, and his contract is gonna be 2.5 million. 5 years, I believe. Very, very disappointed about that, because that's a very young, promising midfield talent over there. A lot of people have said next Pirlo. He has said next Gattuso, as he is an AC Milan fan, so that's going to be interesting to see over there. But yeah, that's happening. Suárez is going to stay at Barcelona. I feel he's going to stay at Barcelona. He still has a lot left in him in the tank. We have seen him not be consistent in Champions, but I believe Suárez could come back. He's a very good striker, and he has what it takes to score the goals, and I feel he could come back, and I feel he has some seasons left in him before he goes to MLS. Enough of soccer. Wow. We just have one part of news for boxing. Errol Spence versus Garcia. The fight is happening November 21st, so tune in for that. I will be tuning in for that, and I will be enjoying that fight. It's going to be a good one. And yeah, let's enjoy it. Next up, baseball. Recently, Joe Kelly, he got suspended for 8 games. It's BS, in my opinion. Just because he threw the ball at some players from the Astros, you know, and we all know the Astros cheated, and we all knew this was coming, whether it be from the Dodgers or any other teams. And even though Joe Kelly didn't play for us, for the Dodgers last season, you know, he played for the Red Sox, and the Red Sox did play Houston in the playoffs and were knocked out by them. So something adds up right there. And, you know, a lot of people are saying, you know, it's unfair for Joe Kelly to get suspended when you didn't, like, they're telling Manfred, the guy who runs MLB, like, you didn't suspend none of the Houston Astro players. Like, where's the fairness in that? You get me? Next up, we got Miami Marlins. They broke the bubble, and who knows what they were doing, but a couple games are canceled for the Marlins. You know, they're gonna have to be in quarantine. Who knows what they were doing over there at Atlanta? That's all I'm gonna say. Who knows? Who knows? Atlanta, my bad. Atlanta. I'm thinking soccer right now. My bad, guys. But who knows what they did over there? And yeah, they're gonna have to be in quarantine and stuff like that. And that leads me to my next topic. MLB is struggling. Like right now, NBA. It's been a few days. You know, we had a few slip-ups with some players, Lou Williams and stuff like that. But I felt like right now they're keeping their bubble in control right now. It's solid right now. But compared to the MLB, you would expect better. It's wild right now. Their bubble is wild, and right now we have the MLB commissioner saying, you know, Manfred, if we can't control, you know, Corona and, you know, control ourselves and stuff like that, season might have to end again. It would suck because, you know, I want to see my Dodgers play. I bet there's a bunch of baseball fans that want to see their teams play, and yeah, it would be a bummer to see baseball finish so soon. But yeah, that's about it for the news, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to me always. You guys know I appreciate you. Make sure to follow my socials. My main IG, Jesus Joya Jr., you guys already know. YouTube IG, Joya Sports Network. Twitter, Joya Sports Network. And, you know, as always, thank you guys for your support. I appreciate every single one of you who supports me. And I mean it. We're just growing, baby. This is only the beginning. Joya Sports Network with 125 subscribers.